When I was a kid, my neighbors had Mario Paint, a place where you could make animations, draw anything you want, even in pixel form, and even play mini-games like swatting flies. Well, this didn't come out until 1992. 1 year prior, we and my siblings received VTeck's Video Painter in 1991, and I'm going to show you how it works. Before we begin, I should tell you I've never used any of the other multitude of painting and drawing systems that were released for kids around the early 90s, so I have nothing to compare this to. I'm just going to treat this for what it is. VTeck is a Hong Kong company that first made a video game system with the Create-A-Vision in 1981, but it was never released in the US. They are now known for the V-Smile systems you see in all the toy sections of most retail stores. The Video Painter was released in 1990 to 1991, and a new version called the Master Video Painter came out in 1994. I was initially surprised no one ever made a review about this, but then again it wasn't part of a video game system, so there's probably no interest in it. The only thing I could find online about it was a PDF manual that you could download about how it worked, as well as these two old commercials. Let's see just how 90s they are.
Now when you turn on your TV, you can turn on your imagination. With Video Painter, what you draw is what you see, right on your TV. And there are all kinds of pictures that appear at the push of a button. There's even animation. So now you can turn an ordinary TV into a masterpiece. Video Painter from VTeck. Turn your TV into a work of art.
The first thing we do is put in 6D batteries. Or, not having all of that, you can put in a 9-volt charge. It simply goes here, and you're ready to begin. But first, you need an RF modulator included with the system that goes here and then connects to your AC video adapter. But wait! If you only have old televisions, you need an RF modulator, but not any from any of your video game systems, because those will not work. It has to be an actual RF modulator. Now, a cool thing about this was that you could actually record on a VHS tape and record your drawing as you're drawing it. Yeah, I had a video of this with my friends doing some of this, but it has since been lost to time. As soon as you start the system, it starts by automatically drawing a picture just to show you how you can start using its features. These include making a mistake and erasing it, using patterns, filling in colors, and copying or shrinking different images. Let's start with the obvious. You can select pencil to free draw, and I'll draw a really poor human here. Drawing with this pencil requires you to hold one of the buttons on each side while drawing, so this can be used for both right and left-handers. And if that holds you back, you can always select Mark Lock, and the pen will create a line anytime the pen is touching the pad. And if the pencil lines are too thin, you could also select Crayon for a larger size. You can create straight lines, circles, and squares. Each requires you to tap the button to start the point where those begin, and a second time to set it. You can see with the circle here, you don't see where it's going to go, and then it rotates the circle around for you. Though with the square, you can see it as it's forming and decide how big it's going to be. You also have letters, and though there's also a double period here for some reason, the 2 dots are accent marks for writing words in such languages as German, says the instruction manual. Back to the words, there are 2 different sizes. And if I mess up, I can easily erase it by using the pen to erase instead of draw. You can also erase a specific color by selecting the second option, followed by the color. That is pretty ingenious. Or I can use undo to remove the previous line drawn, and if I hate my masterpiece entirely, I can just hit clear to be rid of it forever. You'll also notice that it makes a noise every time you do something. That's not from the TV, that's coming from the video painter the same way early PCs used sounds for themselves. You can also fill in any drawings with the paint option, and you can fill it with not only solid colors, but one of 6 patterns. So the different patterns are hearts, spades, stars, rooftop, bricks, and birthday party. And each of these can be any color that you want. The worst thing that would happen though is when you were trying to draw as a kid, and then just as you were about to fill it in, you left a space in your drawing. Indicated right here, you can see I left one on purpose. So as soon as you hit the paint bucket, what do you think's gonna happen? Next you can choose to select a small preset box, and it will double that image in size. Or select a much larger preset box and it fills the entire screen. However, be careful on this large increase that covers the entire screen, because once you've done that, you've basically superseded your entire image and you cannot go back. The best is the third option though, which is create a box any size you want and copy it as large or small as you want it to be. The copy option is similar, giving you the same preset boxes. And freeform, though they will copy the exact same size of what you want that you can then put in any other place on the screen, though be careful because wherever you put it, it erases everything within that box. And then the same goes for paste. It will cut and paste your image and put it somewhere else, but then again it also covers everything on it entirely. And be careful on all 3 of these options because the undo button does not work on any of these. Watch this. This is a series of squares for making your own pixel art. I remember trying to make Mario a few times. Heh, and it looks like I can still do it today. If you aren't good at backgrounds, don't worry, there are 3 of them. You can choose from city, under the sea, and castle. Select the dog icon and there is an option for different creatures to populate your world. You can select from images of people, and you can even push the dog walking button to make them animate. Some of them don't have any animate options and they just wander to the end of the screen. And once they hit the end of the screen, if you try to make them go further, they will just flash being there and not there to show you that they can't do anything else. That's where they stay forever. There are also monsters, so let's see what happens when we select a dragon. Look at that, he breathes fire in his animation. Once you leave that dragon or go to do something else, that you cannot animate that dragon anymore. He will only animate that one time. And then of course we also have vehicles, as well as symbols, and shapes. You can even recolor these pre-made characters, or draw whatever you want on the included backgrounds yourself. So that's Video Painter. Wait, there's more! You see, we're not done. There's also a mini game. No, not like fly swatting in Super Mario Paint. Instead, this is a tangram puzzle, where you get to select a random image with shapes, and then try to put them in, rotate them around, and make the picture. It rotates the shapes 45 degrees at a time, and you don't actually have to use all the pieces provided. Once you complete the puzzle, you will then see your image. And if you want to make it a little harder for yourself, you can also do it without the shape lines to try to form it yourself. So yeah, this is something I had a lot of fun with as a kid, and now with Microsoft Paint being available on almost every computer in the world, phones having multiple drawing apps, there's hardly any reason to have anything like this ever again. However, because of stuff like this, my friends, my sisters, and I were all able to draw and get creative a lot as children and have a lot of fun in the process. However, you are now an obsolete and outdated medium. So, Godspeed, video painter. Godspeed.
You've never seen anything like VTeck's Master Video Painter.
Hope you like polka dot pants. Dots, okay with me. But look what else you can do with your Master Video Painter. Choose from lots of fun characters and make them move. Wow! Watch this. Draw your own character and make him swim. Pretty neat, huh? Hey, it's been fun, but I could use some sun.
Master Video Painter from VTeck. It runs on imagination.
Now, the first thing we do is put in 6 AA batteries. Oh, never mind. Okay, let me do that again.